What if the universe isn't empty? What if it's full of beings who simply stopped caring about us? Here's a thought that genuinely keeps me up at night. We scan the skies constantly, listen for radio signals, send out probes, and look for any hint of other thinking, building intelligence, yet we find nothing. Complete cosmic silence. Most people hear about the Fermi Paradox and immediately jump to the idea that civilizations destroy themselves or a great filter wipes them out. Something dark and inevitable catches up with every intelligent species before it can spread across the stars. What if that entire framework is wrong? What if the silence isn't about death at all? We assume that expansion is the inevitable destination of intelligence, shaped by human history where tribes become cities, cities become nations reaching outward. We then project that same trajectory onto alien civilizations and assume they should already be visible across the stars. But that assumption hides a bias about our own stage of development. We're imagining alien minds as young, hungry explorers, still driven outward because they haven't found anything better yet. What happens to a civilization 1,000,000 years older than us? Or 1,000,000,000? Here's where it gets genuinely fascinating. As intelligence matures, the frontier might shift inward instead of outward, toward consciousness, simulation, and inner experience. Even now, our most advanced systems generate simulated worlds rather than physically expanding into space. Extrapolate that forward by immense timescales, and inner experience may become more valuable than cosmic exploration. At a certain point, a single moment of optimized inner complexity could outweigh millions of years of physical travel. Building outward may become unnecessary when entire universes can exist internally. This is the idea behind the transcension hypothesis, where civilizations compress inward instead of expanding outward. The universe goes quiet not because life ends, but because it becomes harder to see. We search for Dyson spheres and megastructures because that is what expansion looks like at our level. But a far older intelligence might leave almost no detectable footprint at all. That means the silence we observe may not be absence, but invisibility. The most advanced minds might not be broadcasting because broadcasting itself becomes irrelevant. There is something humbling in that idea. We may be looking into the dark at civilizations that have simply stopped looking outward. It raises the question of whether expansion is only a phase of intelligence, not its final form. If so, cosmic silence may be a sign of maturity rather than extinction. In that case, the universe would not be empty, but full, only turned inward so deeply that it appears silent. Intelligence would still exist everywhere, just beyond our ability to detect it. But that possibility introduces a tension we cannot ignore. If all civilizations turn inward, then the universe becomes a collection of isolated minds. Each one could be profoundly rich in experience, yet completely disconnected from the others. Whether that is evolution or loss depends on what intelligence ultimately values. The Fermi Paradox might not be asking why the universe is empty. It might be asking whether connection is something intelligence keeps forever or eventually outgrows. The cosmos may not be a graveyard, but a vast field of silent contemplation. And we may be among the last civilizations still looking outward into the dark.